Okay. Well, Ellie, you just came and you're leaving me already? I didn't have a chance to pet you or anything. Ellie? Come see me a little longer. Hey, actually, sunk up the first try there. I might even play with you a little bit. Just a little bit, though. I think you're being a little too slow. Wait a minute. I just want to pet. You need to have a kitty cam.
Commander, you have an encrypted message from a Miranda Lawson. I just got word. Everyone from Grissom Academy has arrived safely.
We wouldn't have known about them if you hadn't caught the distress signal. Nice work.
Thanks, Commander. Commander?
Factor says confirmed. You made an offer and I accepted. I'm a Spectre. I can't believe it. If everything's falling apart, does this even mean anything? All the authority resources, freedom, the whole scary package, but I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. Come by the hospital if you get a chance. They're still keeping me here, but I'm planning on sneaking out soon. Yeah, there's running a lot. I heard about your stay with the Alliance. I can only imagine what nonsense they cooked up to keep you there. We should talk, save her in person. And find me on the Citadel by Bay D24. Thank you. I don't have time to thank you properly after you got us out of the academy, and Admiral Hackett agreed to send this your way. With my signature on duty, I'm doing what I can to help with the Crucible. It's an amazing project, more advanced than anything I've ever seen before. Some of my more tech-minded kids are staying back to help out too, and watching them work is the future commander. This project will inform human progress for generations. They'll have you to thank for it. Okay, that leads left me already.
One of the worst parts of this war is watching the kids react. If they're lucky, they grow up thinking the galaxy is basically a decent place. Some rough spots here and there, but for the most part, life makes sense. Now they find out it was all a lie. They wake up to see these things in the dark that just want to destroy everyone they ever cared about. If they survive, There'll be a lot of angry orphans out there looking for answers.
Like this is another reason why they should have just gone out of their way to have more child character models out there.
Looks like we beat Cerberus again. Do you think the elusive man fires lieutenants over failures like this, or just lines them up against the wall and gets it over with? I wish they had had a Grissom Academy for Turians when I was growing up. Always wanted to learn how to paint. Now I mostly paint walls with Reaper blood. Not the same, but it's a living. Another time, maybe.
Gotta do calibrations. Very important. I just kind of like realized that
A new
they
notification is available on the private messages terminal.
they basically made every character into in order to accommodate the DLC character. They just made every character into a DLC character from my perspective.
It was odd to see an entire academy just for biotic children.
Don't Asari have biotic schools?
Every Asari school includes biotic training programs. It's basic education. Still, those children in the academy were very impressive. I'm sure Jack's proud. Good to see you again, Shepard.
Movies for a while, unless you can find an extra connection working on Earth. I've made it out to this weapon we're building. The device isn't even halfway complete, and it's the most breathtakingly complicated piece of technology you've ever seen. I wish you could see this thing we're creating. It gives me hope. Take care for my sake. Hey, Senators, checking on the kids. How are they, Jack? They'll do good. It's gonna be long. Kind of got crap to do. I wanted to tell you, I persuaded some Alliance friends to part with that biotic amp you and the children were testing at Grissom. You can pick it up on the Citadel. One of the L3 X1s. You know that how much shit I could tear up if one of those installed? I had an idea. Look after yourself. Yeah, and hey, thanks. Hi, Professor. You know that one of a kind point to point comm server you were talking about the other day? Do you have any information on its whereabouts? Got something better. Check your front door. The server's locked in the server's facility. Not anymore. This will be invaluable for the crew. Well, thank you, Mosquito. You're the brilliant astrophysicist, Prof. I'm just a tech expert doing some odd jobs. By the way, you would not believe how many credit servers leave just lying around in the open. Oh, yeah, I think I mentioned this idea in my original playthrough, but I kind of want to share it here that I've like jogged my own memory. My if I were to do, I'm very tempted to try and do like a Mass Effect rewrite project. You know, just kind of rewriting and kind of polishing up the story of the Mass Effect trilogy in general. But of course, especially Mass Effect 3. One thing I would do with the Reapers is just completely drop this whole um, spoilers for a decade old game. Um, or nearly decade old game. I think it was like 2012 roughly, or like almost decade old game. Uh, whose ending is infamous. That probably most of you know that even if you haven't played it. Um, but the Reapers, like the secret of the Reapers, is that they were created to um, resolve the to as some kind of solution to the conflict between organics and synthetics. Unfortunately, You know, the race that created them. What the hell are you doing, Ellie? You are ruining my stream. You are actively ruining the stream. You're. What have I told you about getting behind the green screen? You don't do it. The green screen is not a toy. Damn it. I'm trying to explain this damn. Get out from behind there. You know what? Damn it. I'm always. Get out from behind there. You're not allowed. There's lots of other places where you can play. They have actual toys. Hey, Ellie, time to come out. Or if you've hurt yourself, it's your own damn fault. Anyway, I also want. Oh, I can't. I'm pretty sure NVIDIA audio is still running. Really? We're just gonna. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's running. I'm just. Wanting to be 100% sure that I'm just monologuing to audio. Okay, so and then hearing fucking scratching and sounds in the background isn't helping me. I need to focus on what I'm trying to say, Ellie. Trying to keep track of my own damn thoughts is hard. So basically, I would just drop all of this whole secret purpose of the Reapers crap entirely. And the overall concept behind them, which may or may not be like fully unveiled. Um, it might be to some extent, like it's not going to be a big twist exactly. It's just the overall idea is that they are a incredibly advanced artificial race that may or may not be partially organic in some, have probably had some degree of organic elements to it as well. Um, and the idea that they have effectively, thank you, Ellie. They have effectively kind of evolved to a point of effective godhood, kind of. They're effectively immortal. They are super powerful and advanced, and they kind of um, basically they've reached effectively an evolutionary stalemate or an impasse. Um, Um, I'd probably say that they are were at least initially like artificial constructs, or purely artificial constructs. Although like the knowledge of like who exactly created them and why and at what time is lost. Um, the Reapers effectively deleted it because it was irrelevant to them. Um, and also because it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of the plot, so it's more interesting to have this idea that they just intentionally deleted the data because it was deemed, you know, uh, irrelevant than to actually come up with some elaborate explanation for like how and why and by whom they were created. It's also kind of a clever way of actually kind of telling the player that like it's not important. The Reapers didn't think it was important. It's not really like it's cool to come up with war, but like I think having the Reapers having a certain mystique is somewhat better. But anyway, the idea is that basically at a certain point they kind of just um realized they had no way to really improve themselves and they kind of got bored or something. Like and they began to like see organic life and all of the advancements they were making and all of their effectively chaotic nature that like they tend to evolve to a point where like they'll start destroying each other and coming into conflict and or developing technology that can you know fuss with the with the integrity of the universe or something. May not necessarily going into the whole dark energy thing, but um, that after a certain point, you know, they began to become destructive. But at a certain point, they become destructive toward each other and potentially to the galaxy as a whole. So they're like, let's just um, they also like developed or came up with the idea of methods to use organic life to we have like no way of really advancing ourselves on our own. So like let's co-opt their technology, let's co-opt their biology and harvest it for our own purposes and for the continuation and perpetuation of ourselves. Um, and do this every 50,000 years or so. And then leave some of the technology that was developed behind. Um, in part as also a backdoor to um to the dark space outside of the universe or outside of the galaxy, so that we could just wait sleeping until you know everyone is deemed to have reached a particular threshold of development where we because I mean the basic idea is that they see us as a kind of cattle effectively or is even like maybe even worse like we're fruit. We are fruit on the tree of the galaxy, and when we are considered ripe, they come and reap us. They come in and harvest our technology and society and biology and just consume it and integrate it into themselves. to create more Reapers and to advance themselves and to, in some degree, to entertain themselves and to make it feel like they have purpose. And they are pretty much convinced that they are playing like a necessary role in the ecosystem of the galaxy by eliminating the advanced species to allow new species to emerge, and it's a life cycle. Like they feel they are part of a grander scheme of a universe, and that's just what they're doing. They're bringing orders to the chaos of organic life. Like they, um, Sovereign even says as much in Mass Effect One. Like it's just kind of weird that isn't enough. There must be something deeper to it. Like there doesn't need to be anything deeper to it. You could just elaborate on what's already there, and it's interesting enough the idea of a species that just sort of perpetuates itself and advances itself through the harvesting of organic life every of advanced organic life every 50,000 years or so. And again, I'd also do the whole thing where like there's probably roughly hundreds of them, or not much more than 1,000 of them, and that they um, spread themselves out only amongst the major planets of the various races, and there you go. I'm not sure if these Ludens are actually like helping. I think there's like I think this one contains mostly a cough suppressant, which is not really my problem as much. And I just before I cough, I might want to I, I might want to consider trying the ones that like actually like soothe in addition to like cough suppressing. I mean, just recently, I think particularly since I got my COVID booster, I've been having more sore throat issues. Not sure if it's related. It could just be the allergy season is just you know getting worse. Even with all of the I'm literally taking every single kind of like type of medication I can take. I got a nasal spray. I've got nasal decongestant. I've got allergy meds. I've got lozenges, or at least Lutens. And it's technically a lozenge. Yeah. I don't have any new upgrades. Well, I haven't really checked their orders yet to see like what our new we need to meet up with
Abby, have you seen Edie's new body?
Ugh, I knew this was coming.
I just mean, it's an amazing work of engineering. Elastic titanium silicon polymers, ultra-light harmonic phased power cells.
Mm-hmm.
And if she ever accidentally walks into a wall, it's just so much padding.
Ugh, I knew it.
Wish I
Hmm.
were a wall.
You pretty much are, Kenneth.
It's great to be back.
Feels good to be in an Alliance uniform again.
Welcome aboard, Chief.
Commander,
That's it.
Good to report.
Need anything, Commander?
How's Engineer Donnelly working out?
The kid's got talent. Now if he could just learn to shut his damn mouth.
Problems?
I'm sorry, Commander. Donnelly is dedicated, knowledgeable, and thinks on his feet. I'm glad to have him on my team. Could use a lesson or two about respecting chain of command, but I've handled the likes of him before. No need for concern.
How's Engineer Daniels working out?
Her, I like. She's sharp and knows propulsion theory better than most physicists I've met. And she's easy to work with, too. Always said you had an eye for talent. Good job bringing her back to the Alliance.
Information positive for their return. I also kind of wonder.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, sir.
So I might hold off Like, I know what you got you on here, okay? It gets there being held on the Citadel for some reason. It's a little weird, but not too weird.
Commander. Sorry, didn't see you there. This is a recording from Ferris Fields. Months ago. I lost a lot of friends that day. I lost my husband. I grieved. Said goodbye, made my peace.
You were talking to him when the collectors hit?
I was organizing construction at a remote station a few clicks south of the main colony. Robert managed to get outside of the field the collectors put up. Instead of running, he called me.
I'm sorry for your loss. He obviously cared a lot about you.
He was afraid I wouldn't let go. But for him, I moved on. Or at least I thought I had. Then the invasion hits, there's no time. And the one thing I grab is this. I mean, what's the point of moving on with your life when everything is going to hell?
Start thinking that way and we've already lost.
Yeah, you're right.
I need to give us.
Well, to be
I feel like
honest,
I want to give us a negative.
I've never felt as alone as I do right now.
Like, I guess it's because he's taller than FemChep. I don't know. It feels like a lot of um. I'm not gonna say occasional. I'm gonna say frequent. Like, it doesn't happen all the time. Like, I may have the opposite problem sometimes. Like, I often look like I'm looking too far up because I kind of am. But I really have a better position to for my camera than down here. Um, it might be a problem for FemShep too. Um, it's been again, it's been a couple years since I did my FemShep playthrough, so
You're not alone, Steve. I'm here, anytime you need me.
I appreciate that, Shepard, I really do. But don't worry, Commander. When I'm in that pilot seat, I'm there 100%. I won't fail you. It's just the downtime between missions that's hard, you know?
I know.
What the
Oh,
hell's up with Edie?
She's found a new home, I guess.
A super hot, sexy home. You take her on a mission, I'm gonna be just a little bit distracted.
You mentioned a mission you had against the collectors. What happened?
Pretty much what I said. Things went foobar, and I was one of the few to make it out. You want the rest of the story, you're gonna have to get me really drunk, or...
Or what?
That's about it. Sorry, Commander. Just not interested in talking about that.
buy the Blu-ray.
You had a hard time leaving Earth. You still want to head back?
Hell yeah. But I get it now. It's not where I'd be most useful. Not yet, anyway.
We'll get back there.
I know. And I'll do whatever it takes to get us there, Commander.
Maybe no more shuttle crashes.
No promises now that I've gotten the taste for it. Besides, I like to keep Esteban on his toes.
You got family back on Earth?
Yeah, an uncle. Retired military. Got a few cousins I haven't heard from in a while.
You and your uncle close?
Yep. He was the reason I joined the Marines and was about the only good thing in my life after my mom died.
No dad?
He's there. Somewhere. But I'm not sure I'd call him family. Not anymore. I would like to find out how my uncle's doing, though.
What's with you and the nicknames?
It's just my way of remembering people. Some people just don't match their names, you know? So, I just give them a new one.
So, I'm a loco, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty crazy, but the shit you've done makes me look sane.
I take it you and Lieutenant Cortez know each other.
Yeah, Esteban did a stint on Fel Prime where me and my squad were stationed. I caught up with him on Earth a few months back. He's a good guy. Just don't tell him I said so. It'd go to his head.
I'll talk to you later.
You bet.
I don't know, like, I might potentially give him a positive. I mean, he's no Iron Bull. There we go. This one's got abs, but it's also kind of doesn't have the. It's power damage. It increases power damage, but eliminates the shield regeneration. This is worse than the default. It does more headshot damage in exchange for, well, headshot damage and weapon damage in exchange for a lowered health boost. I hate how it literally is showing everything that I'm adjusting as a particular combination. It does increase melee damage and lower health boost. It seems like everybody's taking away from my health boost. It looks cooler though. It kind of like matches the aesthetic. I kind of wish that these would be purely cosmetic. I can't give a negative for it because I mean I'm not necessarily going to give it a positive. I'll give the customization a positive overall, but yeah, I'm just going to completely eliminate my health boost, I guess. To get more of a red and black. There's already red and black, but here's my fish. I think I can also feed them manually if I wish. Now I gotta go back to the Citadel. Dock 42.
Are you Bray?
The great commander.
What? No!
Say it. Just take it.
Follow me.
No. 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 Exit. 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 No. Exit. Exit. Skip.
There are too many eyes and ears in purgatory.
I can.
I assume this is about retaking Omega?
This is about your...
I'm not ready for this mission, damn it. I hope I've been frickin' saved. This is ridiculous. This is frickin' ridiculous. What the hell is going on? I'm kind of leaning toward an information negative, too. Like, I was kind of thinking that Dock 42 was where I was supposed to meet Miranda. That may have just been my own frickin' stupidity, though. It felt a little weird that, like, okay. Oh, good. And of course it's doing this. Of course it's doing this. Fuck you. I'm gonna freaking give it back 2, back 3, and negative. For fairness sake. It is ridiculous. This game not only had this problem at launch. This problem 4 months later, or however many months it's been since May, like 5, I think, at this point. This should be fixed. This is a popular game controller for PC. This is pretty much the game controller for PC at the moment. This should not be an issue. This should not be continuing to be an issue. I'm not even like I think the EA has some fault in this. I mean, this is the only game that has this problem so far. Should I give it a second negative? Somebody pop into chat and tell me if this deserves a second negative. Somebody talk me down. Because I really do not want to do this, but I really do. Like, I am incredibly conflicted. But it just pisses me the hell off that when there is a game breaking issue, and maybe because there's a way to circumvent it by, like, waiting to turn on the controller until the game is launched. Sure. But that does not justify the fact that the problem is still there. And I had to actively think about the problem every time I launch a new game. Or if I had for some reason the game crashes or I had to quit out, or, because I'm a doofus and triggered a cutscene that I did not want to trigger. I think I'm just gonna give this a negative for the fact that you cannot, like, if you accidentally start one of the DLC missions, that there's no way to quit out of it. That will be venting my rage. I mean, the unskippable cutscenes also kind of tie into it, because if I could just straight up skip the entire cutscene and get to a point where I could, quit or reload the earlier save, I don't think it's a matter of getting like. I think when you're in dialogue mode, you cannot hit the start button to reload a save. That may be bad. That could disturb us on negative, although I probably would have to give a negative retroactively to Mass Effect 2 as well. So I think I'm just going to stick with what pertains to this game specifically, with regard to the fact that there's so many things on like the Citadel destinations, the alternate destinations of the Citadel are all DLC related, and the game is not necessarily clearly convey that to you, or the fact that once you start them, you're you're committed. You cannot leave and come back. You have to like reload an earlier save. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. Especially when some of these missions are like actually on the Citadel. So you could realistically leave. Now the Omega thing, like you're just going straight to Omega, so it kind of makes sense that you can't leave in that context. But yeah, like I'm still considering giving it a separate negative because at this rate, it feels like it's never going to get patched.
You're clear
They're
of
ne-
dock,
they're
Normandy.
never going to fix it.
Need ground transport?
I gotta go to Purgatory first
We'll have a cab ready for you.
because I'm afraid that the conversation of Ashley is going to lock in that relationship, and
I'm not going to be able to put up with this assignment much longer.
I hear you. The way people in there keep acting like nothing's going on.
No, that's just them coping with the war. It's the bottom feeders that are getting to me. Profiteering on the lives the war is destroying. It's sick.
It's just business as usual as far as they're concerned. And for some, it's even more business than usual.
I hate that they're getting away with this. And we just sit here doing nothing while people on Paladin are dying.
We could leave, quit CSEC, go to Palaven to help with the war effort, find your family.
You... spirits. You'd do that?
We're partners, aren't we? Of course I would.
got like canker sores that are actually bothering me. Asking my mom about whether or not she can get me some like meds for that, or like topical solutions.
Those Cerberus bastards had us. Assholes. Shit, they just kept coming and coming. And not even sure from where. Fucking hell. And poor Bilal. They didn't have to take him out like that. Brutal. Brutal. Brutal.
Seriously?
I can't remember if I gave that particular conversation a positive or not. Shit, don't tell me this isn't until much later.
I'm just gonna hang here for a while.
I swear to God, if I have to commit to Ashley, I mean, I actually have to look for to see if there is a if it's even possible to have a multi-romance mod for Mass Effect 3. That's funny. The question: can I romance multiple people in Mass Effect 3? Romance is possible in Mass Effect 2, and Mass Effect 3 for both female and female Commander Shepard. That's the answer from Google. And then the other, there's a second one. Okay, romance multiple people in Mass Effect. It is not possible to romance any character from Mass Effect in Mass Effect 2. Ellie, what did I tell you before? Get out from behind there! Pay no attention to the cat behind the green screen. Mod. You think that Ellie, I'm not gonna rescue you if you get stuck. Do I have to rescue you? Yeah, I heard you like chirp or something. That was an unusual noise. Well, it was funny. But if you use the Gibbed editor, at least back when it was the Gibbed editor, you, you had Garrus, Layar, and Trader romances all active. Their femshep went to sleep with Garrus during the final romance scene and woke up with Liara. That's a good way to compromise in the polyamory. Like, there's just a missing scene of like waking up from with Garrus inviting Liara and sleeping with her too. And that's just the aftermath of sleeping with each of them in turn. That'll be my headcanon. Or maybe that would be like just the arrangement we come up with. Is okay, like on like alternating nights. One gets to sleep with me, the other one gets to wake up with me. One gets to sleep with me, the other one gets to sleep with me. That way they both get a chance to sleep with me in a different way. Okay. Oh, hey. I'm inviting you to get back there again. I was just wondering where you was. Now the chair is blocking people's view of you. I know. You know, they stop getting into trouble. I still wish someone could come up with a mod. I mean, there'd be some extra. Um, that's weird. I can't go to.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at Huerta Memorial Hospital.
Stop talking about how I was disgraced. I'm not disgraced anymore.
Thank you for coming to CERTA. How can we help you? Be safe.
I don't think you're gonna need that, but whatever. Oh yeah, it's the one that was.
I overheard you talking. Grissom Academy is gone. But I found this while I was there.
What is this? Yes, these are tailored to human physiology. But with a few alterations, they should work for the Asari as well. This is exactly what I needed. Thank you. Tell Matriarch Athena that our huntresses should have the upgrades waiting for them on their next shore leave. No, they were very easy to scale. The humans made some amazing breakthroughs.
I hate to listen to drops to Eves.
Commander Shepard, good to see you.
Dr. Michelle, it's been a long time. You've come a long way from that small clinic down in the wards.
Because of you, I don't know where I'd be if you hadn't dealt with Fist and his thugs. Now I'm med physician in a Presidium clinic. You gave me this chance. I assume you're here about Lieutenant Commander Williams?
How's Ashley doing?
Stable. There's no evidence of cognitive impairment from the concussion, but multiple shoulder fractures are still on the mend. Bed rest under observation is all that's needed now. I'm sure a visit would be welcomed.
This war has left a lot of injured people homeless. How's your center handling the extra load?
We're fine now, but I'm worried. Every hospital on the Citadel is preparing for the worst. I hear the docks are tightly controlled, but we just can't leave people floating out there forever.
How are your medical supplies holding up?
We're well stocked now, but I can't say I'm not worried about the future. We've posted guards on our reserves. War profiteering has already begun.
With a center of this size, you must have a lot of direct reports.
We've got 12 full-time doctors and over 50 support staff. It can be overwhelming, quite different from my days in the wards.
Keep up the good work, Doctor.
You too, Commander.
So I'm in the shower with hot water and everything. And that's when Neaira came.
Neaira was another huntress on your ship?
Yeah, a friend. I wanted it to be more than that, but she had a medical condition.
It's okay. It's in the file.
The farm girl calls in to me that another Asari is here. I thought the shuttle had gotten back early. I come out in a towel, and Neaira walks through the door. But it wasn't her. Not anymore.
Yeah. Why isn't she in the monastery though? I'm just gonna do a quick save.
Good to see you up and around.
Yeah,
Everything all right?
I guess. Oh, I took Udina's offer.
Spectre status. Congratulations.
Seems small compared to what's going on.
You ready for the responsibilities of a Spectre?
Doesn't feel real yet. Maybe it'll sink in. I don't know what duties I'll have. Everything's a mess right now. What do you think of all this?
You're a fine soldier with an impressive record. You deserve this.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you. He said we'll have the official ceremony soon, once I'm out of here.
And after? Any plans to come back to the Normandy?
If I have anything to say about it, yes.
I'm glad. You feeling better?
I'm fine. Other than the pile of paperwork the doc's gonna throw at me. Sorry I'm so distracted, Shepard. It's just...
What's going on?
I heard from my mom. They got out in time. They're okay.
Good. That's good news.
It is.
Did your sister make it to the Citadel?
She did. But... her husband was killed in action.
I'm sorry, Ash.
Thanks. Yeah. Sarah wasn't much for the military life. We were all surprised when they got married.
I wonder how many families are getting torn apart by the Reapers.
I don't want to think about it. Seems hopeless sometimes.
Don't blame yourself for this, Ashley.
I know. But I'm her big sis, you know? In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced or cried aloud.
for the bludgeonings of chance. My head is bloody, but unbowed.
What's that from?
Invictus by Henley. One of my dad's sappy poets.
It's about not giving up.
Right. My sister wants to do a thing at the memorial. Nothing fancy. Just some words about the family. It'll be tough.
Keep me posted, all right?
Will do. And thanks, Shepard. It's quiet up here. Weird that it's so peaceful here with what's going on. Anxious to get back at it. Great view. Saw a few places down there I'd like to check out. It's quiet up here.
Okay. Now, there's still be a little bit of a question, I guess, in my rewrite of why the Reapers don't target the Citadel, like, immediately. That would have to be kind of addressed to some extent.
Commander Shepard, please select a destination. One moment, please. Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24. Shepard, there you are.
They're going to call for boarding pretty soon.
I know.
Listen, I've heard ads for a place called Sanctuary. It's supposed to be a safe haven from the war. I want you and the girls to go.
What?
No.
I don't want to worry about you, okay?
Okay, I'll see if I can get alone.
I'll send a message for Neri's birthday.
I thought you were supposed to
Don't
avoid sending
do it.
messages.
It's a stupid rule.
This is metagame information, but don't do it.
Commander Shepard, it's been far too long. We live in interesting times.
A little too interesting.
I couldn't
Oh my
believe
God.
the Alliance had you locked up.
Relieved of duty. It was complicated.
I'm sure it was. I'm surprised they didn't court-martial you. The Alliance isn't known for its flexibility.
Doesn't matter now.
Shepard, about Earth.
At least Miranda was spared from the enhancements, because she was already enhanced. But still, you know, they could have given her like quadruple Ds or something.
Countless people lost their lives within minutes. The Reapers are everything we feared.
They should have listened to you a long time ago. I'm sorry, Shepard.
What about you? What brings you here?
I need to talk to a few people. Like you. The Citadel is a good place to meet. For now. What's the Alliance's next move?
We have a plan. It's a long shot.
Not surprising. Shepard? There's something I wanted to mention.
What is it?
I haven't heard from my sister, Oriana, for a while. I'm getting worried.
Your sister?
Yes. I don't want to overreact, but... well, there's a lot going on.
I thought we made sure she was safe.
We did. It's probably nothing, but I just know my father is involved.
What happened?
I don't know. Everything I had in place to make sure she was safe went dark.
What do you need from me?
I appreciate the offer, Shepard, but you have your hands full. If I need a door or two kicked down, I know just who to call. But for now, I'll be fine.
Okay. I understand.
I have to figure this out.
You will. Why do you think your father was involved in Oriana's disappearance?
I kept careful tabs on my sister. I always knew where she was. For her to just vanish, it could only be him. After I hid her away, I still knew he'd stop at nothing to find her. She's all he has left. I have a hunch what happened, but I'll fill you in when I'm certain.
Have you had any run-ins with the elusive man?
Just once. He said it had been a pleasure to work with me, but he needed to contain the situation.
Contain the situation. Sounds final.
It nearly was. He doesn't take rejection well.
No, he doesn't.
That's the other thing I would do in my rewrite of Mass Effect 3 in particular.
It's been a long time. What happened to you?
I've been in hiding. Being on the run from just about everyone isn't as glamorous as it sounds.
I didn't know.
It's all right. I knew there would be repercussions to walking away from Cerberus.
I imagine. You're a dangerous enemy.
I am.
And before it slips my mind, one of the things that I would change, in addition to getting rid of like the purpose of the Reapers, basically, would be to have the Leviathans just be one of the races that the Reapers assimilated. Basically, that it would be an explanation, if you even needed any, for how the Reapers gained the ability to indoctrinate. Beyond that, I think it would be interesting if the Elusive Man were in fact indoctrinated by the surviving Leviathan. Or Leviathans, if you would refer to them that way. And it's kind of their whole plot to try and seize control, to like use their indoctrination capabilities and like weaponize them in a way that would allow them to control the Reapers. And maybe that could be the final choice to some extent, although that may also depend on whether or not you like heck. That could be interesting because I mean I think the choice may not even be available to you. Like if you didn't side with the elusive man at the end of Mass Effect 2. I'm not sure how it was structured exactly. I mean, I'd be game for for like trying like if I could work with like some other people like Jesse Gender or something. Maybe Lore Runner. I mean, I guess they're both well potentially when their Star Trek rewrite thing gets back on track. I know Lore Runner's gonna be like really exceptionally busy. Um, and I don't know Jesse Gender personally, so but anyway. But I mean, it wouldn't hurt to reach out if I gather up some confidence to do so.
If you're looking for a lead here, anyone associated with Cerberus will be hard to find.
No question. But I'm owed a few favors. Someone here will give me a tip on Ariana.
I've got to get back to it.
And I should get out of sight.
Be careful.
No promises.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. Areas tagged of interest to you are highlighted. One moment, please. Now
Just in case there's something going on down here.
24. Emergency civilian housing.
homeworld.
Stop, just stop.
Oh yeah,
I
then.
recovered your pillars of strength from the kite's nest. They're yours, waiting in Bay D-24.
Thank you. Right now, my people need any reminder of the faith they can get.
Welcome to Batarian State Arms. Stand strong for your people with Batarian State Arms. Your purchases are a credit to the hegemony. The Council called the invaders Reapers, the same term once used by a disgraced
Shut the hell up. I need to find a mod that gets rid of the disgraced Commander Shepard dialogue. Like everything else I can kind of phase out, I guess, the repetition. But like the disgraced Commander Shepard thing just feels like a slap on the face.
How many on board? 30 or 40 survivors. That's all. They said the fighting's getting worse. Well, let's find some room for them. This is going to be home for a while.
Hey, I've assumed full control of Eclipse, and we're committed to moving forward with Aria. The Council called the invaders Reapers, the same term once used by a disgraced Commander Shepard to refer to.
Well, I followed your advice. What do you think of my new look?
I prefer redhead. I mean, in real life, maybe, but I guess we have a thing for brunettes.
It's very nice.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like me, but I guess that's the point. Kelly Chambers is no more. Citadel records now show me as Felicia Hannigan of the mining vessel Typhoon.
Pleased to meet you, Felicia.
No, you can call me Kelly. So many here had to leave loved ones on their homeworlds. I try to comfort them, but I know what the Reapers are capable of. So many here had to leave loved ones on their homeworlds. I try to comfort them, but I know what the Reapers are capable of.
Welcome, Commander Shepard. Please select a destination. If you have a question, one moment, please. Now arriving at Docking Bay D-24.
I hate that line. I'm sure I should give a positive for Like do some scanning. Probably the only major sheet that I've using. I'm typically not one for cheating. I mean, I used to be, but like I'm making an exception here because, for one, this could be something that has nothing in it. I may have to add like a additional negative. I mean, I can always check another system and then see. How the overall percentage is affected, but because I believe I've already given a negative for it in general. It's just again the fact that there are systems where there is nothing to be recovered means it's also potentially something that could be fixed by just having at least one asset in every system. I wonder if I should give a negatives to the fuel things. Like, oh my god. I think I actually had to give a negative to the wreckage. I'm gonna give it an interaction negative. This is also another example of why interaction is a better term than control. Because this is more interaction in general. Um, Because, for me, I like to be thorough. I like to find everything and investigate everything, and I'm being punished for doing so by getting more units of fuel that I can carry. If we had some idea like reserve tanks, it would be fine. Now, granted, reserve tanks would effectively just be like an increased, a new upgrade to capacity. I mean, there's no way to like integrate it into gameplay in a fashion that wouldn't be any different from if you had a larger tank. I mean, maybe there is a way, but like it would just be like adding an extra step to transfer the fuel from the reserves to the primary tank, and it's it would just be an extra step with no other purpose than just having it be an extra step. It wouldn't really affect the balance of the mechanic any differently than if it were just a larger tank. And like, no matter how complicated you make it, it's still like it isn't gonna add any challenge. It's just gonna add a nuisance to it. So I've already given a negative for the fact that your tank upgrade does not seem to carry over. But there might be another negative for the fact that fuel does actually kind of seem to drain a little faster than it did in Mass Effect 2.
I found something.
Well, now we're back up to max. I might eliminate the whole fuel reserve negative a little bit because of the um the wreckage aspect. Like, it's frequent enough that it kind of cancels out the other negative. Doesn't change the fact that okay. Then we'll see if this is 100% of the system. Yep. Okay. Still a problem that Tribute has no assets, and no way of knowing that there are no assets unless you go out into the system, collect everything from the other, or you have to go out into the cluster, I guess, and then um and then this is where Grissom Academy was. Damn it. Like, the issue could be solved by
Signal confirmed.
just you know, either having assets revealed instantly without having to scan at all or find anything at all, or by making sure that every system has something defined. If you're insisting on the idea of not revealing the asset percentage until you found something, then give us something defined.
I found something.
Especially if I have to actually travel to them and not just like where the mass relay is. I might give it a negative. It's because you're going all the way out the system for effectively no reason. I mean, it's relatively fortunate that so far the only systems that don't have assets are the ones that you just warp into. Although I think even that is not consistent. So, but again, at least you don't you aren't like warping or traveling and using fuel into a system that has nothing in it. I'm just wasting time trying to see if there is an asset in there. Here, I don't think I've given a negative yet for um um the fact that I can definitely see why the mod out there that changes the Reaper awareness aspect also
Signal
um
confirmed.
you know alters the range so that you just scan once and um reveal everything, because that is an actual problem. I just don't think it's as big a problem as um the Reapers coming in, swooping in, and kicking your ass because you want to explore. You want to explore and find everything there is to find. And if it was a mechanic where you actually enter combat with the Reapers and or a Reaper at least and have to deal with it, like maybe. I may have to give like an information negative for the fact that like there's like wreckage and stuff, but out there. And just scan blindly until something's revealed. I'm not sure. Like it's becoming an increasing nuisance. I can go out here and okay, yeah. Well, usually just the wreckage stuff, so it's not like anything terribly important so far. And so far, we're not actually discovering any side missions for scanning, which I'm not sure if this game even has optional side missions. I'm not sure if that should be a negative or not. I guess we have nothing else to do aside from me and Diplomat since we want to wait for Ashley. We can't even zoom out. I mean, to really zoom out too, but still.
Commander, the Solarian Dalatras and Krogan clan chief are ready to come aboard.
Have them brought to the conference room. And hope this doesn't start another war.
The Krogan is in no position to make demands.
The Krogan has a name. Erdnot Rex. And I'm not just some junkyard Varen you unleash whenever you're in trouble. I've got my own problems. Reaper scouts have arrived on Tuchanka. So why should I care if a few Turians go extinct?
Trying to draw out negotiations will get you nowhere, Rex. I have no time for it. Just tell us what you want.
I'll tell you what I need. A cure for the genophage.
Absolutely not. The genophage is non-negotiable.
Should we even ask what her concern is?
The Krogan have paid for their mistakes. The genophage has gone on long enough.
1,476 years, if you're keeping track.
It was 1,000 years of peace, free from these brutes.
Enough! Whether or not they deserve a cure is academic. It would take years to formulate one.
My information says otherwise. A Solarian scientist, Malin, grew a conscience. He was on my planet, testing a cure on our females.
I remember. His methods were barbaric.
But what you didn't know is that other females survived his experiments. So the Galatress here sent in a team to clean up the whole mess and to take them prisoner.
Where did you get this? It could be a fabrication.
Don't insult me. Those are my people. They're immune to the genophage, and you're going to give them back.
Delatras, is this true?
How will curing the genophage benefit my people?
How long do you think you'll last alone against the Reapers? Because if you don't help, that's how it'll end up.
And I'll be the last friendly Turian you ever see.
What's it gonna be?
The females are being kept at one of our STG bases on Surkash. But I warn you, Commander, the consequences of this will be
nothing compared to what happens if the Reapers win.
Let's get the females.
You're not setting foot on Surkash. This will take time.
It happens now. As a Council Spectre, Shepard can oversee the exchange.
We're going.
I won't forget this, Commander. A bully has few friends when he needs them most.
Right back at you. We should bring Garrus. I we should we brought him along yet for anything, so let's see here. Has more capacity and a slightly higher fire rate. Lower weight, which actually is a good thing in this case. Doesn't do as much damage, but has the same amount of accuracy. Of course, the enhanced scope. I can offset the to decrease fitness. Yeah, I might have to give a negative for this. No one besides Shepard has memory of. that is officially a negative. Because this is a hassle. Now, granted, like some of their abilities are a little different, so but they could easily have just taken the ones that are like common between games and retain them. I mean, they already did that with Shepard. I'm pretty sure, and just like okay, refund you these skill points from the ones that were already allocated, and like I know that like originally, you know, it's possible for Garrus and Tally to be dead. Um, but I'm pretty sure most KRP players are gonna save them. So at the very least, because they're awesome. And heck, at this point, knowing that they appear in Mass Effect 3 is and
This is the Solarian homeworld we're headed to. They aren't used to seeing Krogan here, so let's keep it simple. We land, get the females, and leave before anyone changes their mind.
I still don't trust a word they say.
I think we're gonna be a little renegade with our interaction.
If they start backtracking, the angry Krogan act couldn't hurt.
Who said anything about acting?
Just
These females are the best and probably last hope for my people.
We'll bring them home, Rex. You've waited long enough for this day.
A lifetime. I appreciate the assist, Garrus.
Figured you'd gone soft sitting on your throne. Forgot how to hold a gun.
Retrieving the female should be a simple matter.
Who's the synthetic?
I'm Edie, Normandy's artificial intelligence.
Sounds like Joker didn't teach you anything about Solarians.
Commander, I have the Solarian base on sensors.
set her down.
Commander, Solarian ground control says we don't have clearance to land.
Tell them the Dolatress authorized this herself.
I knew they'd never keep their word. Let's see them try to stop a Krogan airdrop.
Rex!
We have an unauthorized landing.
And who authorized you to hold my race hostage?
Hold! Stand down! Hold your fire!
Commander Shepard, restrain your colleague. We only found out about this transfer a few moments ago.
I'd like to avoid a diplomatic incident.
As would we.
But you have something valuable for Rex.
Something worth dying for.
This matter can be resolved, but I must insist he remain under guard.
And if we insist otherwise?
You'll have another war on your hands.
Anything goes wrong and all bets are off.
You cannot have a squad of more than 3 people.
With war on everyone's minds, our people are on edge.
Oh.
Careful! Watch the containment shield!
Brings back memories.
As you can see, this base contains sensitive information.
What kind of work goes on here?
Evolutionary trials, morphological simulations, exogenetic assessments.
Nothing is ever simple with Solarians, is it?
Science has always been our best defense. The research we do here has kept Surkesh safe for millennia.
Does that include studying lost Krogan?
The females were in poor health when we found them on Tuchanka. They were brought here to stabilize their condition.
This whole planet smells wrong.
I'd like to see them.
Of course. I'll need to clear you for the lower levels. Give me a few moments and meet me near the elevator.
Attention biolabs. Please prepare for yon specimen arrival.
This is where all you Solarians come from, huh? No wonder you're so soft. Too busy writing poetry about waterfalls.
Readiness teams should maintain threat condition 1.
Shepard, I don't like this. I should be the one going in.
I know I said to act the angry Krogan, Rex.
That was just good old-fashioned Krogan hot air. If it had been real, they'd be dead.
Who tipped you off about the females here?
Sorry, Shepard, but they're listening to every word we say. I prefer my Solarian liver served raw.
This Krogan has a unique style of communication.
He's an acquired taste. Back on the Normandy, you said Reapers were sighted on Tuchanka.
Clans Jorgal and Ravenor sighted a few landing parties. The Reapers are up to something. Tuchanka may be a pile of radioactive rubble, but it's our pile. And we'll fight the last Krogan to keep it that way.
Radioactive?
Garrus. I have to make friends with the one Turian in the galaxy who thinks he's funny.
Imagine how I feel. I'm supposed to hate Krogan, but you came along and warmed my heart with your winning personality.
I could throw a few Solarians off a cliff, if it'll make you feel better.
What do you know about these females?
They weren't fertile, so we used them as decoys to draw off enemies from the ones who were. But Malin's experiments changed that. These damn pyjacks stole them right out from under us.
That's a pretty brutal way to treat your women, Rex.
The females suggested it. We've had to make a lot of tough choices to ensure we don't all die off.
A harsh but necessary decision.
It's just one more thing that'll get better when the genophage is cured.
Are the Krogan ready to fight the Reapers?
Ever since Sovereign showed up, I figured this day would come. My people have spent too much time selling ourselves out as mercenaries. Now we can get back to doing what Krogan do best, saving everyone else from giant monsters.
Never going to let us forget about the Rachni Wars, are you?
The last time I was at the Citadel, I didn't see a Turian statue in your honor.
Just wait till this war is over.
It's been good talking to you again, Rex.
It'll be even better when we have a few Solarians for lunch.
Commander Shepard, I'm Lieutenant Tolan. I've heard about your exploits against the Reapers.
All of it good, I hope.
Your mission on Vermeer holds special renown in STG. The assistance you lent our team tipped the balance. But now, I'm not so sure.
Okay, so we got two positives. One information positive for Rex, which is all I need to explain. And then a control positive for Rex, because, or interaction positive for Rex, because he can potentially be dead, but they go all out to make him fleshed out and memorable and all of that. Like, they don't hold it back on the writing potential production value just because he may not be there.
Security seems high. Are you expecting trouble?
You've revealed the existence of Krogan who are immune to the genophage, Commander. Word will get out. We're now a prime target.
This is the only way to get the Krogan and Turians to cooperate.
And us? Will we pay for your political expediency?
A part of me admires the Solarian capacity for considering all outcomes.
And the other part?
One wonders how many allies you'll have left when this war is over.
It sounds like you don't agree with what I'm doing here.
You're upsetting a balance of power that stood for 1,000 years. And if you succeed, we're ill-prepared to face a resurgent Krogan.
The Krogan aren't the problem anymore. The Reapers are.
For now. But once the Reapers are dealt with, history will repeat.
An outcome that can't be discounted.
What did you hear about Vermeer?
You helped Captain Kirahe's squad destroy Saren's cure for the genophage. Which is ironic, considering you've come here to safeguard another cure. I wonder if Kirahe's men died in vain.
Saren was raising an army of Krogan slaves to fight his war. This is different.
Is it? Seems to me that's the same thing the Turians want.
Except the part about the slaves, and the indoctrination, and destroying the galaxy.
Are the Solarians ready to fight the Reapers?
Best way to win a fight is to avoid it altogether. But now, this business with the Krogan. You may have drawn us into it.
You act like the Reapers are giving anyone a choice.
We'll see.
Good day, Lieutenant.
I hope you can keep it that way, Commander.
I'm ready to get underwater.
Agree with him or not, our orders are clear. Ensure the smooth handover of the Krogan detainees.
Oh,
Who gave the order? Our superiors. That's all that matters. But they're
that's a
destroying
sound.
the Genophage. Everything we've done to stop the Krogan will be for nothing. When I want your opinion, I'll promote you. Until then, stay sharp and keep your mouth shut. Another incursion?
Air defenses report unidentified craft skirting our inbound approach vectors.
It's like someone's testing our defenses.
Appears that way, sir.
I don't like it. Not with everything else going on. You have clearance now to see the females, Commander. I hope we can resolve this matter without reenacting the Krogan rebellions.
What do you think about handing over the Krogan?
I differ from most of my colleagues. Curing the Genophage will bring closure to this issue. In the future, the Krogan may yet play some role we can't even imagine. We should let the evolutionary process decide who lives and dies, not galactic politics.
Thanks for your time.
Of course. Proceed into the elevator when you're ready.
I wonder if I should keep a negative perspective. Our N7 logo is recolored on top of everything else. It's not a decal. Like, it should be a decal.
Now take this elevator down, and someone will...
Alert. Threat condition 2 has been declared. Scramble readiness teams.
What's happening?
Sensors have picked up activity on the perimeter. Hurry, Commander. Someone will meet you below.
Base personnel must remain on site until further notice.
All specimens are accounted for, sir.
Shepard, excellent timing. Good to have you here.
Morden.
Eyesight still sharp. Surprise understandable. Hadn't expected to return to work.
You're back with STG.
Special consultant. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong. Helped female Krogan. Fed information to Clan Erdnot. Encouraged political pressure to free females.
You must be Rex's inside source.
Yes, can explain later. Security warnings not normal. Need to get off-world for sake of Krogan. Females had weakened immune systems. Side effect of Malin's cure. These didn't survive.
But what about Malin's research? I thought we saved it.
Indeed, data saved, but not complete. Lacks crucial details to reconstruct cure, but still useful for synthesizing from living tissue. Couldn't save them.
I'm sure you did everything you could, Morden.
Arrived too late. Cannot delay now. One survivor, immune to Genophage, can synthesize cure from her tissue.
She's still here?
Yes, last hope for Krogan. If she dies, Genophage cure... problematic. Please be careful. Krogan slow to trust.
I'm Commander Shepard, Alliance Navy.
Are you here to kill me?
I can't imagine what she's been through.
Erdnot, Rex, and I are here to take you home.
Why? What am I to you?
Have the Solarians been mistreating you?
Those are my sisters you saw back there. They died in a lot of pain.
Did the best we could.
And now I know I'm the only one left. That makes me dangerous to a lot of people. What about you, Commander Shepard? Why are you here?
You're the future of the Krogan race. I'm fighting for that.
Then I hope you brought an army.
Alert. Unidentified vessels have breached the perimeter.
Give me an update.
Outbound communications have been severed. We're cut off.
Secure all data to off-site location.
What's happening?
We have multiple ships inbound.
one survived, Rex. It might be safer down here.
What? So the Solarians can kill her like the others? No deal. If you still want this alliance, get her out of there.
Release the female. We're leaving.
I can't. Protocol states during lockdown, no specimens.
Objection noted. Now, please release Krogan. Need to monitor pod as it...
I'm not trying to give him...
Meet us at next checkpoint, Shepard. Likely Cerberus opposes genophage cure.
You'll see Tuchanka again. I promise.
Get to elevator, Shepard.
Also, I should probably give it information positive. And every returning character from Aspect 2 is going to get their own individual positive, so there is a net positive for these survivable characters making significant appearances in this game. So like Jacob, well, he's going to get a negative, but we haven't gotten there yet. There's also information positive for Ashley and Kaiden. I never had Kaiden survive, but I hear he's pretty well fleshed out. There's a positive for the presence of Garrus and Tali as squad mates, even though they may not have survived Mass Effect 2. But they are given the positive for Rex because he might not have survived Mass Effect 1. I do still kind of wonder, like, how the final score is going to be, given the fact that I am getting kind of nitpicky with positives, I guess, for or whatever the synonym for nitpicking is. Is there a synonym for nitpicking, like, for, like, getting, like, super detailed with positive aspects of something?
We should get moving, Shepard.
Something's wrong with the elevator. It's not responding. There. Try it now, Commander.
Oh, crap. Get back!
Are you alright?
Is there another way out of here?
On the side of the lab. And work with the exit. I can open it from here.
Shepard, Cerberus force is trying to locate female. Quarantine checkpoint under attack. Hurry!
Shepard, it's Rex. I took the shuttle. Do whatever it takes to get the female up to the landing pad. I'll try to make
I've heard there may be some
This looks worse than I thought.
minor time limit elements here, but
Clear.
It's unlikely that was the last of them.
More incoming.
I wonder. Oh, hello.
Going to last long against this sort of firepower.
Shepard, Cerberus in vicinity. Hurry!
We're on our way.
Yeah.
Careful. There goes the next shadow broker.
Could have sworn he was muttering to Sony the whole time.
Are we gonna? Hey, invisible wall. Gotcha. I wish I brought Liara. Okay. Excuse me? I might have to give a negative for these.
Species 732, the Yogg, has been authorized for covert uplift. They are ideal candidates for expanding Solarian influence with full deniability. The risk is minimal.
Easy to say until you've had to fight a Yogg face to face.
So even as a Krogan, there's still into the idea of uplifting species. My God, what the hell? Wait, no, that's just the Yogg chamber. I may have to give a negative for the quest arrows. Like, I've given a positive for their presence, but occasionally they aren't like pointing to waypoints between you and where you need to go. They're just pointing to like where you need to go with no context as to how to actually get there. Which is a problem. Hopefully there's no like glitch that is just preventing us from... Is there a glitch? Are we meant to be past that? Like just being away from blocking us from... Yeah? Huh? Yeah? Come on, duck and roll underneath it. It'll also put out the fire. Oh, duh. I rescinded the negative because I would just be being a dummy. I'm tempted to switch to normal difficulty if only to assess things like this on...
Are you okay?
Containment shield is holding. We'll try to repair if necessary. Can't speak for Krogan's health, however.
I'm fine, Commander.
Females kept secret. Possibly a mole in STG. Could be indoctrinated. If no Krogan alliance with Turians, Reapers left unchallenged.
We'll do more than challenge them.
Shepard, meet us at next checkpoint. Cerberus likely to target. Hurry, next checkpoint.
Really? Baron, okay. Again, no context for how to get there.
Capable of anything.
Their tactics have grown even more vicious since I was acquainted with them.
About that. Which I was already thinking about a negative for Cerberus being so much more.
Head-to-head will get us ripped up, Shepard.
Flanking maneuver may be a better approach.
Nah. Vanguard for life! Leroy Jenkins.
No more enemies in sight. To the next checkpoint. I'm sure Cerberus isn't done. Damn, they got the Solarian. Morton was right. Cerberus must have been tipped off. They got here too fast.
Every war has its traitors.
Probably a good mission in general. This might actually be the first good mission. I think so far only one mission has gotten like an actual negative.
I'm headed up top.
Cerberus outside pod, Shepard. Need assistance.
Take him out. Get him away from the female.
I'm not sure if I'm willing to test the. How much pod integrity will become if you're playing on higher difficulties.
Suspect Cerberus has cut power. Can't progress until you reroute emer systems.
I can't imagine it being that much bad though.
Excellent. Can clear us. Wait! Another Cerberus squad.
Don't let him near the female. Keep up the pressure.
Understood.
Acknowledge.
Excellent. Affinity for destruction intact, Shepard. Can clear us through now.
Species 408, the Varen, could provide a novel form of biological warfare. With enhanced size and intelligence, they could harass hostile civilian populations at minimal cost. Recommend project approval.
Alright.
How are you holding up?
Containment shield strong, but not designed for direct fire.
This isn't your problem, Commander. You don't know me.
But I'd like to. Hang in there. How many more checkpoints?
Just the landing area. Hope Erdnot Rex still waiting.
Rex can't keep his hands off a fertile female. He'll be there.
I'll see you up top.
We found the Krogan.
Okay.
Looks clear now.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Shepard, get your ass up here. I can't fly around forever.
The female's on the way up to the landing area.
Nipple this off, and I'm making you an honorary Krogan.
Yeah, this is the first good mission. Maybe. I guess the other one's good too. Christmas is pretty good. But this is the first, like, extraordinarily good mission, though. I'm just doing a little bit of my Wookiee yawn. Sometimes I just feel like doing a Wookiee yawn. This might be our way out. Hopefully, and not just. Yeah, there you go.
We're almost back to the landing area.
Shepard, they found us. Under heavy attack. Enemy still present. Pod under fire.
Let me give a positive for.
Shepard, you must authorize release. Pod then transfers to loading area.
Let's get you out of there.
Shepard, heads up! You've got incoming!
Damn it. You need to pause the game so I can friggin'.
Shepard! I can't land until you deal with that thing. It's too dangerous. Krogan has been acquired.
Door is damaged. Can't get out.
Stay clear. I've got this.
Protect the Krogan, Shepard. She's vulnerable.
May have spoken too soon as well. Yeah. Damn it, I need to see the name of the mission. I'm also gonna give it an information positive.
The commander is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your contact.
Victus?
My son. I needed someone I could trust completely.
The Solarian Dalatras was worried about what the Krogan will do once they're cured. How do you feel?
It won't matter if we don't stop the Reapers, but I understand her doubts. The moon you found me on? That's where we made our last stand against the Krogan during the rebellions. They were that relentless.
How did it turn out?
The Krogan started using asteroids as weapons, directing them against our colonies. We had no choice. The Genophage was our last resort.
Cut their life into pieces.
Krogan intentions after this war will be a serious concern, but I'd rather have a grateful ally than a resentful enemy.
Reaching out to the Krogan for help must be difficult for you.
We can't allow the mistakes of our past to cloud the future. Your race and mine were once enemies. The first contact war, as you call it. I was there, dodging shells fired by your navy. But look at us now, standing in a ship of Turian human design, working together.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
Hey, my lap is not your bathtub.
Hell of a show down there on Surkesh. Just like the old days, Shepard. Right down to me pulling your ass out of the fire.
I was the one with bullets flying at me.
And I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
Uh-huh. You said one of your squads is missing?
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
Rachni?
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask. It's big.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Aralac Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and they'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Get on it, Shepard.
What will you do after the genophage is cured?
Once we deal with the Reapers, most Krogan will want to settle a score with the Turians and Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time will be different.
A lot of people will be relieved to hear that. No one wants to repeat history.
They know we'd probably win this time. But war has never brought us anything except misery. It's time to focus on rebuilding.
What's the situation back on Tuchanka?
I'm still getting scattered reports of Reaper forces arriving. Something big is brewing. I won't let those things take Tuchanka. Not when we're about to cure the genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
Back on Surkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more.
Women have good ideas, Rex. You should listen.
Yeah, but they have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
How could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this. It may not be Rachni, maybe it is. Could be another invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. We need to stop them.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime.
And of course it's gonna get a negative.
And Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but it's progress. Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls. If the Solarian says my DNA is important, who am I to argue?
You think the Solarians would have a base on their homeworld secured better?
Nah, they were solid. Cerberus has Reaper tech. Compared to those upgrades, the Solarians might as well have been throwing rocks. Commander, we've got new reports of Cerberus activity on Tuchanka. I've marked it on the galaxy map. Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox. Commander, I've set up a secure communications with the Turian and Solarian governments and added their combat data to our boards. Hopefully it'll give us some idea of what's going on. Commander?
New article on indoctrination. Ah, and this is the one that we spared a couple times. There's some stuff with the. I think I'm just gonna do everything I can on this board and call it a night.
The Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die, and... No, that's about it. So, bringing the Krogan to a war summit went well? You want me to invite the Batarians too? Or the Vorcha?
Building alliances is the only way we stand a chance against the Reapers.
Yeah, but the Krogan? I'd feel better if we had a tighter plan, like time travel or teaching the Reapers to love. Still, good to have Morden back. The bad guys shouldn't get the monopoly on mad scientists. Commander?
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard. Morden sent me a nicely crafted message. It seems he recalls our conversations about the Solarian equivalent of transhumans.
If I could, I'd stop you right...
Transhumans have some of their brain's abilities, such as memory, supplemented or entirely replaced by cybernetics. Legal definitions vary from planet to planet. The Solarians embrace the concept. Humans have diverse and contentious opinions.
Do my implants make me a transhuman?
That would be telling.
What?
I'm sorry. That was a joke. You are fully human. Cerberus extensively reconstructed you, but your brain functions are organic.
Don't ever do that again.
Hello, Shepard.
Should I just go ahead and debrief everyone?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
I'm just going to read all of these out loud, especially with my sore throat. It doesn't hurt that much, but I don't know, I'm also just tired and I don't feel like it is the main thing, I suppose. The Shadow Broker ship that arrived to supply platinum for the Crucible's primary triggering line. It's great, but I'm checking the computer for bugs.
Perhaps we can talk later.
Oh man, we are.
Greetings, Commander.
I'm just gonna talk to Liara and Garrus and then save talking to Eve for next time.
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal. Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the Genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. It takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up. I guess we're at war with Cerberus now, huh?
That's it.
I've never actually seen a female Krogan. Seems like they're the real brains on Tuchanka. Good to see Morton's still alive and kicking, and still finding new ways to cause trouble. Not right now.
Doing calibrations.
Aware Krogan
Oh,
females find
well,
scars attractive.
damn it.
Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Damn it.
You can relax.
I guess we're doing this.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive, also affecting comfort of patient.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Salarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trap? Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
We're Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species.
There we go.
Maybe an inhibitor. No. Entire catalyzing process would fail. Severe neurological damage. Never mind.
What are you talking about?
Method to extract functional cure without killing you. Many variables. Your immune system compromised. Considering options.
And you have to do it out loud?
Yes. Auditory learner. Need to hear self think. Simulate conversation to promote new ideas. Maximize productivity.
But you're talking about me dying.
Oh, apologies. Medical details causing emotional distress. I hadn't considered effect on patient.
No, it just means I can't sleep.
Doing my best to keep you alive. Will avoid sensitive subjects.
Okay. Okay, so let's head over to our outro where I tell you about all the things you can do in brief. You probably know the drill if you've been on YouTube for any amount of time. If you're on Twitch, well, yeah, there's following me. But in any case, there's a few other things you do. As well that may be a little more involved than that. But anyway, I never get completely and entirely used to like going for this whole rigmarole roll live. But anyway, in any case, I thank you for watching. And until next time, sign out.